Welcome back, Game Week King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for the final round of the Canadian Grand Prix. So far, we've done our first 4 races, and we have our last 4 races here to go. So we're currently on 133 points. Got a bad race. Not necessarily a bad race. It's just that the second driver was just not cutting it at our Miami race, so we only managed to score 24 points there. Yesterday we scored 27 points, so we're down 3 points on that Miami race from yesterday. Hopefully we can make up for that with some other races. All right, so for this one we are using Charles Leclerc. We've switched out Behrman, as or Leclerc is now at level 5, and he's a bit better than Behrman at level 4. All right, as you can see there, so we've opted for Leclerc. We're getting some good qualifying with Leclerc. However, we're still in the back of the pack. It's a matter of race start that we get from Charles over what we get from Behrman. All right, so it's going to be a cornering for our first race. So let's get our cornering setup on and jump into our first race. All right, there we go. All right, let's jump into our first one and see what we can do in this one. Here we go for our first race of the video on Japan, and it's going to be a wet race. For the most part, the only drawback I have with Charles Leclerc level 5 is his tire management. Behrman has a better tire management than Leclerc. However, Leclerc gets the job done anyway. So it's 3-3 here, and it's going to be corners and defending. So that's going to be the Prince boost, I believe. Where it is, there it is, with that race start in there. Corners and defending. We could go SAR to give or Bortoleto a little bit of jump, so he could do one stop, but we'll just go because we want to get that race start in there. It doesn't matter about the pit stop, as long as we get the race start good and we manage to get in the laps. It's fine. So we got a perfect start with Bortoleto as he launches off and gets a small stuck. Now he's on his way trying to make up some place. He wants to pass Leclerc nice and early to go and pick up some places. There he goes on his way. Leclerc kind of stuck now in P15 here. Let's see if we can cut him down. It's a bit glitchy for some strange reason here. Don't know why. My internet connection is pretty good, so I don't know why it's been so glitchy. Alright, we're up to P9 and P12 with our Leclerc. Let's see if Bortoleto could squeeze up to P8. Yes, he did. So we're going to cut down there as he tries to pass P7. Now he's up to P7. Leclerc in P11, holding it down pretty good there. Don't know why it's glitching. My internet is good, as you can see there, but it's acting a bit glitchy here at Japan. A bit glitchy here at Japan. I didn't even get to see how much percent tires we crossed the line with Bortoleto if we could go for 4 laps, as it's 3-3 on the wet tires. Now we lost the place. We're going to attack here with Bortoleto, see if we can squeeze back up the inside. Alright, picking up back P7. No, we did not. So we're holding down P8 under some glitch condition here. It's just glitching all over the place. Wow. It's a full glitch race. Let's charge a bit. Alright, we move up to P7. We're going to hit this DRS. Hit this DRS. See if we pick up any more places. Up the inside we go with Leclerc all the way. What an overtake with DRS there from Charles Leclerc to move up to P8, which is pretty nice. We're going to be going into pit now with our drivers. So we're going to put in the go to pit orders. Everybody should be coming into pit. I doubt any of these drivers will be pushing the limit to go for 4 laps. So we're looking pretty good so far. Hopefully we can get a high score in this race. We're gonna kind of boost and charge or Bortoleto a bit. Alright, so somebody is going for it. Is that Lando Norris or is it Piastri? One of the McLaren drivers, they're going for it. 3 cars are going for it. And it's just glitching, and we're just glitching on here. Right, we're back out in P10 and P13. as we glitch on in this game. My connection is good, as you can see. Internet is pretty good up there, so I don't know why it's glitching all over the place. See, we squeeze up the inside to P9, and we managed to get that place. Alright, so P1 now going into pit. Two of these cars will be going into pit, P2 and P3. So we want to close the gap to this pack nice and tight. And then we'll just hit this DRS around here. See if we can pick up any positions. We want to do the same with or Leclerc here. See if you can pick up those who are in pit as he flies with DRS as they come back out on track. Alright, so those guys are going to be doing a one-stop strategy while the rest of us are going to be doing a two-stop. Alright, we have a nice little gap to or Leclerc with or Bortoleto, so I could like go to pit and force the rest of them to go long on their tires. They should run out if I try to do that, but we're gonna just go here and hit this DRS. If I hadn't went to pit there, it would force the guys in front to go to pit, to not go to pit in the next lap, which is this lap. They should be going into pit in this lap. It would have forced them to not go to pit because I would have already been pitted, so the game would push them to not go to pit and allow them to force to go around without tires for the final lap. But since we didn't pit, they should go to pit here while I'm be going to pit as well. We could just cancel with Bortoleto here and just wing it. Ooh, some of them are winging it as well. Let's hit this DRS. We're just gonna wing it with Bortoleto. We're gonna go to pit here with or Leclerc. However, can't wing it with him as those guys are winging it. Alright, so P3, P4 winged it like me. P1 currently winging it, so we should run out of tires. I just want to have just the last little boost down this straight before we go out of tires. And they should be out now, and I should be out as well. So they winged it, I winged it, we all winged it, and we managed to hold P6. Now at the top, let's see if we can squeeze down the straight with this DRS and pick up to P14 if we're lucky here. Here we go, he's slamming, he has it. P14, look at that, Bortoleto, the rival, winged it. Let's see if we can cross him on the line. No, we cannot. Couldn't squeeze him there on the line, and that's going to be 30 points for that race. We should have winged it. Yeah, if we had winged it with Leclerc, we wouldn't have made up that much space at all. We should have pit on lap 5 with or Bortoleto there. That's what we should have done, and I think we would have been able to catch back up to those guys who winged it and got those positions. But yeah, it was a great race overall. We got 30 points. We're gonna take it. There was the match, and that was the car. Let's jump into our next race and see how we do in that one. Here we go for our next race on Bahrain. Let's see where we qualify and what we could do here. I think we're going to qualify in the back as usual. 22, 24, this looks 23, I should say. Yep. Alright, so for Bahrain, we're going to be using tire management, so I could go soft tires. We're going to use, I think the Nazir boost was the one that I used. Yep. For tire management with cornering and race start. Ooh, it's tire management and power unit. Yeah, I think the Nazir was the one that we used. So I'm just going to go with the Nazir. I got on with the Palm. Bad selection there, but anyways, let's go. No race start for Bortoleto. That's not going to be good. Slow start from him. And then he basically is blocking Leclerc's start, which was a fast start. Alright, hopefully he could recover though from that slow start. We're going to cut him down there, let them build up some momentum, then we'll boost them back up. And now here comes Bortoleto. Right, up to P16. Leclerc kind of stuck in the back here. We're going to cut down and let him build up some momentum. Then we'll boost him back up. Now he's up to P18 or up to P12. Alright, looking good so far. We did get the tire management boost in there on both drivers, so we should be good to pick up some places. And we should be good to go for 3 laps. Ooh, we're getting 4 out of Bortoleto and 3 out of Leclerc. So we could squeeze Bortoleto to go for long here as Leclerc makes his way. And looking good, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Where is Bortoleto crossing the line? 50%. We're going to boost, hit this DRS. Clear up around the outside. He picks up 2 places. Can he picks up 3? Yes. One more. One more. One more. All right, we didn't hit it with Leclerc, so we're going to hit it here. We're a bit late as we were paying too much attention to Bortoleto there and not paying any attention to Leclerc. So Bortoleto made his way up to P3. We're still boosting with DRS with Leclerc. We're going to go to pit with Leclerc here for soft tires. We're up to P15 with him, and we're going around with Bortoleto for one more to come back to these softs. We should have hit DRS there with Bortoleto again, not paying too much attention. What's going on with this Bahrain race? I'm all over the place. Oh, we got blocked by P19. That's not good. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead. Use this DRS here. Alright, we've picked up back on P19. I'm going to use it with Leclerc right as I'm about to hit that main straight, or down the main straight. We have a good amount of power units saved up with Leclerc, so we should be able to pick up back some places with Leclerc. Back out in P3 is our Bortoleto. We could cut him down. And a safety car came in. Oh no! That's a bad safety car. That's a bad safety car, man. That's a pretty bad safety car. Alright, so we're going to have 2 laps. So what we could do is go to pit with Leclerc here, and that should take him to the finish. That's a bad safety car. This safety car just ruined this race for me, man. We're at 28 points. It's a crazy safety car right there. Alright, we're going to go around with Bortoleto. He should be good to go to finish because it's 2 laps under safety. And we're going to bring in the rival Bortoleto. He's going to take a free pit stop. Don't take the stop. Yeah, he's not going to make that pass. Oh, man. If he had just a little more meat on those tires, he would have just let that pass. And then, like, all of these guys who just made their pit stop, they're going to continue. Yeah, we're just going to take this stop now. So these soft tires, we're going to be able to go to finish on them. From P22, we're going to need to make up a lot of positions, Charles, on the restart. Hopefully we can close the gap before the restart and catch up to the pack. Hold on, safety car. Slow it down a bit. Leclerc is trying to catch up to the pack. Alright, keep it on the straight for a little longer. Don't speed around. Come on, Leclerc. Catch up, catch up, catch up. Alright, we're almost there. We do have DRS, so we should be able to make up some place. Alright, so looking good, looking good. Boost, boost, boost. Alright, we're going to boost up the straight, up the inside, hit this DRS, and we should pick up a few positions. Alright, nice, nice, up to P11. Alright, so we have 1 lap to go. Can he pick up any more? We're up to P1 with Bortoleto. We want to save some of this power unit on Leclerc here. Don't want to use it all up. So we're going to cut him down there in P9. See if we can attack P8 on this corner. Alright, where's this DRS recharge? It's late. Alright, so the DRS recharge is late, so we didn't get to charge down the main straight. So we're going to have to charge on the back end. So we'll just attack here, P7. And we could attack P6 as well. Good try. Alright, so we could squeeze, we're gonna squeeze P6 with this DRS. Can we squeeze P5 is the question. Hit this DRS now. Alright, there goes P6. We're not gonna be able to squeeze P5. He's gonna be too far away. Alright, so there we go, P1, P6. We could have gotten a lot more points here from this race if that safety car had come in a perfect timing. Maybe if we had gotten lap 4 in, then the safety car would have come in lap 5, then that would have worked out for us in our favor, but it didn't work out there. So we lost a good amount of points. We got 47 in the opening round for this race. Coming to get 43 here now, so we're down 4 points from opening round for that race. Pretty bad. I'm upset with that safety car, man. That was a bad safety car, man. Alright, it is what it is. There we go. That was a match. And the rival had the better car on there. Alright, let's jump into our next race and see what we can do in that one. Here we go for our third race on Austin, Texas. Let's see what we do here. We're going to qualify about 23, 24. Alright, looks like we're getting 22, 24, 23, 24. We're in the back here. Alright, so tires and cornering is this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to invest heavily in race start and cornering. On tires, I should say. So I'm going to go, we're not going to put any investment in cornering here. We're going full race start and tires. We could also go Nazir here, but we're going to go heavy on tires with the race start there. All right, let's go. It's 3-3, one stop. So we want to go heavy on the tire side of things. And we do have some power unit in there. So average start and good start. Come on, get out, get out, get out. All right, so good outside line there. Went too wide. Right, Leclerc in the back, Bortoleto trying to make up some place up the inside there. Come on, Leclerc, squeeze up the inside. All right. So we invest heavily on race start because we want to get good starts and we want our drivers to pick up positions at the start of the race. And when they do not pick up any positions at the start of the race, it's a bit difficult to get positions throughout the race. So you want to get as much position as possible can at the beginning of said race. Alright, so we're up to P12, now back down to 13. And Leclerc is just struggling here. He's not able to make up any place at all. He's stuck in the back in P21. Right. So we're going to have to rely heavily on using the DRS here to make up some places. So we'll just heavily rely on that. DRS to make up some place. Up the inside, so we got 2 with Leclerc, and we got 2 with Bortoleto, who looks like he's struggling to keep those positions. Alright, so he's now comfortable in behind this pack. We're going to put in this a little bit harder now. We have both drivers behind a nice little pack, so hopefully our DRS comes in on time here. Yes, it does. As we see Bortoleto struggling to hold P10. Now he's in P11 with Claire, and then we hit DRS, Claire, and we hit that DRS, and we're up to P9 with Bortoleto. Up the inside, up to P14 with Leclerc. Looks like he's gonna come under some heavy fire as he's about to go out of tires here, Leclerc. But he's right at the pit entrance, so he should get into pit with no problems. No stocking, 304, and we're on our way out with Bortoleto. And we should be on our way out with Leclerc. He's out in P20. Right, and we have that DRS ready to hit down the straight. Again, we're in charge a bit here. Then we'll boost up and hit that DRS. Boost up and hit that DRS. Alright, so we're up to P11 with Bortoleto, I should say. Leclerc now just catching up to the pack, not picking up any position. Alright, a few of these cars should be going into pit now, and we should be able to pick them off as they go into pit, moving up into places. Alright, so we have 2 laps to go. We're at P15, P8. Let's take a quick look at the front. And we have 1 car, 2 cars, 1 car in front of each driver that will be going into pit. Gonna hit this DRS with or Bortoleto, and we're gonna hit this DRS with or Leclerc here. See if he can make his way up to P12. Charles Leclerc, he gets 1 up to P13. Didn't make it up to P12. Alright, Bortoleto up to P7. Alright, we got the one that was gonna go to pit, so we have 1 last chance. See, can we pick P9 from the pits with Leclerc as well? Yes, we can. Can we squeeze up the inside here? Yes, Charles Leclerc can. Alright, so we're gonna charge a bit and then we'll cut back up. Hit this DRS with Bortoleto. He should pick up at least P5 after this DRS. Up to P5 he goes. And we're gonna do the same with Leclerc. He has no traffic in front of him, so all the traffic was behind Leclerc. We're gonna charge and do our final attack with Bortoleto, and we managed to hold P5. We didn't get up to P4, and Leclerc managed to hold P10 to the line for a P5, P10 finish here with just 35 points. All right, we'll take it. We didn't get the best of start that we were hoping for here. We probably should have put more into the race start boost, going for a bigger race start boost to get a better start. But yeah, 35 points. We'll definitely take that. Alright, then we'll jump into our final race of the video and see what we can do back at Canada for this final race. Let's take a quick look now at the debriefing. Don't know what's going on with the internet. It's taking some time to load. I had to disconnect the Wi-Fi. Apparently, it was the reason why for all the glitching. The connection wasn't the best. Don't know why. But anyways, let's get this debriefing. There we go. That was the match. Fairly equal match there. Rival had a stronger cornering setup than Horse. Yeah. Let's jump into our final race. See what we can do in that one. Here we go for our final race on Canada. This video recording has been pretty long. Hopefully my file don't get corrupted. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, we're still recording at the moment. Hopefully our files don't get corrupted. Alright, so Canada it is, as we said. The medium tires. Leclerc, on the other hand, he doesn't have what we really want here. Leclerc. I'm gonna go for the couple for both drivers. Leclerc doesn't have it, so he's gonna have to do 2 laps because we're not gonna go 1 stop with him. We're gonna have to do the 2 stop with Leclerc. He doesn't have 4 laps on the mediums because of his tire management. But let's go. We'll take the softs, and it's a real rival. Running self-control boost in the events. Well, I guess if that's what he has, that's what he have to use. Good luck. Alright, so pretty, not the best of start, but okay start from our guys. Bortoleto making up some place. Leclerc also making up some place. Trying to squeeze on the outside now is Bortoleto. Managed to pick up P17. Leclerc up to P12, glitching a bit there. Don't like when I'm overtaking him. I see my driver start to glitch. That means I'm gonna get passed or pushed back or pulled back. Let's attack with Leclerc here. See if we can squeeze into P11, P10. Alright, so we didn't get it, and he lost. You saw how P11 just glitched past us. He just shimmied past us there. Alright, we're saving our power unit for the straight, and we're gonna hit this DRS right about here. Hit this DRS with both drivers. See if we can pick up some place. All the way, all the way. Come on. All right, we glitched past the rival there. So at least we got the glitch in our favor there. That glitch worked in our favor. All right, we're gonna go for soft tires with Leclerc, and we're going around for another lap on these mediums with our Bortoleto. See if this DRS comes back up on time. A bit late. The DRS comes recharged a bit late there. Didn't even get to hit it because we ran out of tires. The rival did use his, and we just cruise with our Bortoleto here. See if we can squeeze up the inside in P14. Yes, we can. We're going to put in his go to pit orders, and we'll just use this DRS on our way to pit. With Bortoleto, and then we'll just have a nice, fresh, clean amount of DRS to go. Alright, let's hit that DRS now. And let's hit that DRS now for both drivers. All the way up to P14. Here comes Bortoleto right behind us, which is nice. And a safety car came in. That was a crazy safety car right there. That's a crazy safety car. We're gonna go to pit now for the softs. That's a crazy safety car right there. P14 and P15. And all of those on the hard tires are gonna take their free pit stop. P3 in pits, P5, all of them are gonna take a free pit stop. It's a crazy safety car right there. So, or Bortoleto actually is going to lose some positions to this safety car because they're all going to take their pit stop. Hopefully we can get out in front before they get around. All right, we're back out in P12. All right, so we picked up a few positions there. Look at that car suffering a breakdown. Didn't even go to the pit. He suffered a breakdown and he didn't even bother to go to pit. All right, we want to charge or power unit. I doubt we're going to catch up to the pack at this pace. The safety car looks a bit fast here compared to the speed of our drivers. It looks a little bit fast. At least our Bortoleto is right on the straight, and we don't have DRS just yet, so we have 2 laps to go, and then we'll get DRS there on the next lap. Right at the end of this one. Squeezing into position is our Bortoleto. We want to save some of this power unit for him to hit down the straight. Don't want to empty it out, and then when we hit that straight we don't have any at all. Tried to defend Yuki Tsunoda there, but he passed anyways. Gonna clear and then hit this DRS. Clear and let's hit this DRS. Then we have one final lap to go up the inside. Come on, Bortoleto. Yuki Tsunoda just killed us off there, just blocked us all the way. Leclerc is just right behind us as well. P10, P14. We could at least pick up one more position from each driver. That would give us like 27 points. Alright, there goes Leclerc picking up a place. Can we get Yuki Tsunoda with or Bortoleto is the question. DRS not coming up online on time. We got a car smoking there. Alright, we got Yuki Tsunoda anyways. Hit this DRS up the inside. Hit this DRS. Alright, so we managed to squeeze into P7 and P12. So we did manage to pick up a few places. Great race. Mr. Rival. Good luck. 31 points in the end for us there. I think the rival just gave up and used the self-control boost. Well, if that's what he has, that's what he has, you know. Alright. So in the end, that safety car was a snag safety car. So we got 2 snag safety cars. The last one was kind of okay. Look at the rival setup. Completely crazy. Good levels here. On his setup for cornering. But wait. Oh, he got the gyro is the part that gives him the difference, and he has a level 5 exhale. But yeah. that's basically gonna be it. Let's see our final score. 270, about there. Nope, I doubt it. 370, 270, I should say. I doubt 270. Let's see, our final score is gonna be 272. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll take 272 in the contenders division here. So definitely our goal was just to get qualified into the finals here at contenders, and we're looking pretty good so far on 272. Hopefully we hold on for at least top 20, somewhere about there in this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your event. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.